All right, I have the Diamond, Da'mon Blackshear, back on the show now, who's going to be taking on Josh Smith, defending his Cage Fury title on May the 14th at CFFC 108. Da'mon, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. It's nice to talk to you again. And man, I got to tell you, you looked fantastic winning that belt. Round one RNC victory over DeAndre Anderson at CFFC 103. I just want to start there. I mean, that has to be, I think, the most signature win of your career so far. You've beaten tough guys before, but this one in particular, very, very impressive. How pleased were you and your team with this win?
Oh yeah, we're ecstatic. Just extremely happy and grateful for the for that whole opportunity and just be able to step in there in that age and then also perform the way we hope to. You know what I mean? It couldn't have went any better. So.
Now, did you expect it to be finished that soon, or were you anticipating a much longer, more grueling fight from DeAndre?
I'm always prepared to go to the decision, but for the most part, I'm like, you want to finish it as early as possible. So yeah, I wasn't surprised when I finished them in the first round. No.
Okay, so for anybody that didn't get to see this fight, run us through how the finish presented itself.
All right, so it kind of started off with my little setup with I went for a teep, right? So and then we end up engaging in a clinch, and then I used that teep to set up my flying knee. So I faked the right leg, go up for like a double flying knee. I ended up flying over the guy, right? This wasn't, everybody's like, was that intentional? No, it wasn't like intentional, but I wasn't surprised in the moment. And I mean, it was a familiar situation. I do like cartwheel jumps over people during wrestling practice. So like when it presented itself, you know what I mean? It wasn't a surprise. I'm like, oh, familiar, boom. And now I'm on the other side of him, and I have his back. I end up hitting him a couple of times. He ended up presenting his neck and rear naked choke.
Are you noticing that the more that you're, training at Jackson Wink and evolving your game, that you're just feeling more comfortable and natural inside the cage?
Absolutely. It's been like that fight, just the whole lead up to it, and like being in the cage, it just felt so natural. It just felt like I was home. You know what I mean? Like this is just another day at practice. You know what I mean? So it was great.
Now, CFFC 103, that was in Tunica, Mississippi. What was the environment like? What was the whole show and the fans like?
Oh, the fans were great. After the fight, I didn't have too many fans. So most of my fans are out in the East Coast. So I had a few people show up, but like I won over the crowd. So that was great. Everybody approached me. They thanked me, and just yeah, it was good energy. Everybody was excited. It was in the casino, so it was great.
And capturing this belt, I mean, CFFC, it's a big time promotion, man, here regionally across the states. What does this mean to you to win a title for them?
It's it's just another step towards the bigger goal. I ain't make it yet, but it's good to see the accomplishments and have another belt to prepare me for what the real goal is. So
let's talk about that. So 3 wins in a row now, got an 11-4 record. If you go and you defend this title against Josh Smith on May the 14th, man, I got to imagine that Contender Series at least would be next for you. Like, where's your head at when you think about all of that?
Yeah, Contender Series and just always staying ready for like a short notice. So yeah, I don't see any reason for them to deny me, especially the way I plan on going and finishing this guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't see them denying me. At least a contender shot.
So when you look at just the state of MMA right now, you're seeing, a lot more events being put out all the time. There's a lot more opportunities to step up on short notice. Are you really like dialing in your diet and everything just to make sure that you're always kind of near where you need to be to make weight if you have to get a short notice fight?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always I feel like for the most part, I'm like a week out at all times. I'm always in shape. Like I always stay pretty lean. Yeah, I have a nice little water load, and I can pretty much make the weight cut. I just have an active lifestyle. Even if I wasn't to be fighting, I would still be pretty lean, just the way I just like I kind of love. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
What's your weight at right now? I know we're still a ways out, but
right now I'm 151.
all right. And let's say that you got a short notice opportunity in the UFC to fight at featherweight. Is that something you would entertain, or is it strictly going to be bantamweight?
I'll entertain 45. I've had success at 45. I think 35 is where I want my future to go, and then we'll see about 45. We'll see about what the future holds about like jumping up weight classes and stuff like that. I have the build for it. It's just my weight stays low. 51 isn't too heavy. It's a nice little quick little diet and a water load to get down to 35. But 45, I feel just as strong as these guys, and I know I have the speed advantage over these featherweights.
All right, man. I love that answer. Did you watch UFC 273 this past weekend?
Absolutely, yeah. That was a fun show. I like the Gilbert Burns and Hamzat fight. That was excellent.
All right, so I got a couple of questions I wanted to get your take on. Let's just start with that, with Gilbert Burns and Hamzat. Were you impressed by Hamzat's ability to stay in there and win the fight? Because we're used to seeing him just explode and just annihilate people within the first couple of minutes of the fight, and he was tested for the first time. So what was your overall takeaway from Hamzat Chimaev against Gilbert Burns?
He shows he has what it. I feel like that was a fight to see whether he has the ability to be champion, because you gotta feel some adversity. We never seen him. We seen him run through a whole bunch of people, but we never seen him tested, like get knocked down, have it come back up, and just like show his heart. So yeah, I feel like that. It showed where he's at, and also showed like Gilbert Burns ain't nobody to play with. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. I felt like Gilbert was getting like disrespected, like he was just going to get run right over in this one. And clearly that's not what happened. Do you think Hamzat can beat Colby or even Usman?
I think Kobe definitely is the better matchup for him. But I don't see him beating Usman in a million years. I don't see him beating Usman. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
different level.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. I can't wait. A lot of great matchups at 170 there in the UFC. How did you score the Sterling Yan fight? A little bit of controversy. People are thinking Yan won. A lot of people think that the right guy won. How did you score it?
I got Aljo winning. The controversy comes in the first round, I believe. And I give that was it was tough, and Aljo's the champion. You know what I mean? You always hear like you got to beat the champion. So that's why I knew they were going to pick Aljo at the end of it. It could have went either way.
And how good is Alexander Volkanovski? And can he win a title at 55, or should he just stay at featherweight?
Ooh, I say he stays where he's at. Who's the 55 champ right now? It's
Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for him. That's a real tough matchup for him. I say he could stay at 45. I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. He could put on a good show, but I don't see him beating Charles. He'll put up a tough matchup, but I don't see him beating him. Yeah, 45 is where he should stay.
I think the fans want to see him run it back with Holloway anyway. So either way, plenty of great matchups there for him moving forward. Let's talk about camp, man. Jackson Wink, I see you got some killers around you day to day. How's it been thus far?
It's been good, man. I've been just pushing the pace, learning every single day. Every time I step on the mat, I'm learning something new. So it's always good. I got Coach Greg Jackson, my striking coaches, Alex, Brandon, Coach Winklejohn. Everybody's just always giving me good feedback, and we're just working, always improving. So doing great. Even my training partners, we're always pushing each other. It's a very competitive environment. So it's been great. Yeah.
I was just going to ask about those main training partners. Like who are your main guys that you're getting in work for this camp?
For this camp, we got a few guys. I've been pushing it hard. We got Edwin Coop, who's in PFL. Just made this pro PFL debut. Obviously, you got Aaron Pico out here. You have we got some new pro debut guys that's always like competitive. They're a new generation coming up, and they've been pushing me too. So
All right. And I seen on your Instagram, you've posted a couple of pictures with Holly Holm. How's she looking these days?
oh, Holly's looking amazing. Like I've been able to train with her too. So like it's good to have those looks, especially from a championship level. I mean,
No doubt. All right. CFFC 108, May the 14th, defending your title against Josh Smith. This is going to be in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Who will be making the trip with you for this one? Who will be in your corner?
right now, plan on Brandon Gibson, Coach Alex, and hopefully Greg Jackson. So
And do you have to get out there early for media stuff or anything else? Or are you guys just going to be getting there like a day or two before weigh-ins?
we're usually just a day or two before weigh-ins.
All right. And, you know, Josh Smith is a veteran guy. He trains at another great camp. He's 11-7. He's coming off a UD win over Kyle Estrada. He did lose to Jay Perrin prior to that. Break this one down for me, Da'mon. Like, how do you see this fight playing out?
I'm gonna fill him out in the first round. I'm not underestimating them. I'm not overestimating them either. He's a solid guy. He has good technique. I'm gonna put pressure on him from the beginning to the end. Fill him out in the first minute or so, and then just like from there, just put pressure on him, see where he's at, and pick him. I see it finish in the second round.
Okay. So I was just going to say, like, do you feel like he has the ability to take you into deep waters and go the distance, or do you feel like you're going to get a finish? You believe you're going to get your hand raised via a finish?
Yep, via finish. Always. I'm always aiming to finish every single person I step in the cage. But
All right. And, you know, you defend this belt, you move your record to 12-4. And like we talked about a little bit earlier, that next step up has to be right around the corner. Are you hoping to fight again, like within the next couple of months, or are you looking to get like a full training camp in? What's your thought process moving forward?
I leave this fight unscathed. I wanna hop right back in there. I want to be active. If I'm not fighting, I'm not getting paid. So I want to try to get back in there June, July. We also have the contender series in July. So if I can get something before the contender series, that'd be perfect.
Can't wait, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Looking forward to watching your fight against Josh Smith on UFC Fight Pass. Again, Da'mon Blackshear defends his title May the 14th, CFFC 108. Always great talking to you, man. I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. If you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Follow me on Instagram, the Monster, DA_Monster94. Shout out to my meal prep company, Il Chino's Meals, and shout out to at Top Mount Apparel. Also, all my training partners and everybody helping me out for this count. Thank you guys.